Keaton here with the Tulsa Zoo Education Department, and we're here for another week of Zoo School. I just want to take a minute to thank all of our members for watching and sharing these videos. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to continue doing this awesome program. This week for Zoo School, our theme is Ickyology. So we're going to be focusing on some gross, nasty animals, as well as some animals' gross tendencies. So there are a few animals out there that aren't quite as cute and cuddly as we would all like to think. And some of those animals include a six-legged friend. Just like our Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Lots of people have phobias and think that these animals are absolutely disgusting. But these cockroaches, and just like our native cockroaches we have right here in Oklahoma, they serve an incredibly important purpose. These Madagascar hissing cockroaches are decomposers, and they're found on the forest floor, where they will eat anything that falls to the ground. So this includes fruits, vegetation, as well as even other animals. And they help break down that organic matter on the forest floor and help put the nutrients back into the soil. Cockroaches are also an important prey species for many other larger animals. So lots of different animals will eat these guys. And the Madagascar hissing cockroaches have a kind of creepy trait about them. They have the name hissing right there in their name. And that's because they do hiss, but not from their mouth. They have spiracles on the sides of their bodies, and they will actually push air out of those spiracles to make that creepy hissing sound. Another animal that a lot of people have a phobia of, and that can be a creepy, crawly, icky critter, is a tarantula. And this is our lovely tarantula, Emma. And she is a Chilean rose-haired tarantula. But just like our creepy, crawly cockroaches, Emma and other tarantulas serve an important purpose in the environment as well. They help take care of our insect population. So tarantulas, like bigger spiders, just like Emma, as well as other smaller spiders, mostly prey on insects. And without these spiders, it would be an incredibly gross insect-filled world. So we like to thank our spiders for being incredible insect eaters. And Emma here actually has a very special kind of icky trait about her. She does have venom, but the venom in her is not quite as potent. It's comparable to a bee sting, but the hairs all along her body, she is able to raise them up and throw them off of her body into a potential predator if she feels threatened. And those hairs, if you breathe them in, can cause all kinds of irritation and uncomfortable coughing. Not all icky animals come in creepy, crawly insect and arachnid forms. Some really cute, cuddly animals can have some gross tendencies as well. And I believe Gabby has one of those animals.
Hey everybody, Gabby here. And just like Keaton mentioned, this is Ickyology Week. And I just want to point out that I am wearing a mask. And that's because we want to provide our mammal animal ambassadors with some extra protection during this time. And you guys might be wondering why I have brought out a cute, fluffy ferret during Ickyology Week. And this is Obi, and she is an animal ambassador here at the Tulsa Zoo. And the reason why she is helping us out during Ickyology Week is because she belongs in a family called mustelids. And mustelids include weasels, otters, and mink, and they all have these anal glands that secrete this really musty smell. And they can secrete that kind of like skunks when they're startled or scared. So let's go see Keaton for a really cool experiment.
So another animal just like Obi the ferret that people don't normally associate with being kind of icky are owls. Owls are typically majestic and mysterious, but they also have some pretty gross tendencies. And one of those tendencies is owl pellets. And an owl pellet isn't quite what you think it would be. These are actually owl throw up. And these are the undigested materials that the owls will throw up or regurgitate once they're done digesting the good parts. And the reason that they throw up or regurgitate these pellets is because their digestive system is very different from our digestive system. We do physical digestion first by chewing food with our teeth, and then it goes into our stomach to do chemical digestion. Well, owls don't have teeth, so they have to do chemical digestion first. So it goes into their stomach or their proventriculus, gets a little bit chemically digested, and then goes into their gizzard or their ventriculus. And that's where all the physical digestion, the rubbing together, digesting all those little nutrient particles that they need. That's also where the hair and bones of animals that owls eat can pack into a big pellet, just like the ones I showed you. And to get into these icky pellets even further, we're gonna go ahead and dissect one for you right now. So we have some owl pellets here, lots of different shapes and sizes of these owl pellets, but they all pretty much have the same things inside. And whenever you break one open, you can see all the fur and all the ickiness inside. Some are more compacted than others. That was a pretty tough one. And then some are a little softer, and this one has more fur in it. And if you're lucky, whenever you open up your owl pellet, you can find whole bones of animals that the owl has eaten, like these. So here we have a pretty nice sized femur bone. We also have some leg and arm bones. And you can even find rib bones as well as a skull bone. And the lower jaw of a rodent that an owl has eaten before. So those were some pretty icky things that animals do. And Gabby's gonna go into even more gross things that some animals do.
So we've talked about some pretty icky things today, but a couple of them were really cute, like Obi, our ferret, and the owls that we saw. Well, we're now gonna talk about something that's not so cute. A hagfish. Now, kind of like the cockroaches, the Madagascar hissing cockroaches that you guys saw earlier, these are nasty looking and people may not think that they're cool, but they have a very important purpose. The cockroaches were decomposers on the forest floor. A hagfish is a decomposer on the ocean floor. So they have a really important purpose. They're also really gross. If you look in this picture, you can see that this hagfish is producing a slime. And they can produce up to 5 gallons of slime when threatened. That's a ton of slime. And what they do is they have these dots that go down their body. And what happens is the slime shoots out of those onto the predator and can cause the predator to suffocate if they don't let the hagfish go. So their slime is very icky. And it's very similar to this right here. So if you were to pick up a hagfish, this is exactly what would happen. You would get a bunch of slime all over you. There are a lot of animals that produce slime actually, including amphibians. A lot of amphibians produce slime, like salamanders, newts, and frogs. And if you want to do an activity at home, hop over to tulsazoo.org/kids and you can make some slime at home. And join us tomorrow for Tour Tuesday to learn about some more icky animals.